What up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. It is the Custom Beat Show. It is JPad the Juggernaut. We're live here on YouTube and Facebook. Good morning. Good Sunday morning. You already know. Just getting to work, man. Just getting some work in. And here, let's adjust the camera a little bit if we can. I'll get a little focus on there. Let's do this too, real quick. Wipe the lens off. There we go. A little blurry, but you know how that goes. What up, though? What's good with ya? All right. But yeah, man, we're here in the morning. What's up, C? Got a little drum pattern pulled up here. Can't call it, man. Can't call it. Staying active, bro. Staying active. All right, went in and constructed this joint. I don't know. We're going to try to get organic with this one. You know me, I like grabbing stuff randomly, so I'm going to create a new track. I don't know. Let's try to stretch a boundary a little bit this morning. Just calling it the one plugin. I like using Rampage. This plugin right here. Can't see it on your screen, but this morning I'm gonna go to Native Instruments. I'm gonna use Complete Control. I do own it. I always tell y'all own your stuff. All right, so we got Complete up here. And again, you can't really see it from this thing. Matter of fact, we're gonna switch up the screen share. Hold on, let's stop this real quick. All right, we're gonna come back here one more time. Let's do it this way and see if you can see it now. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And I'll just leave it up like that for right now. So you can see what I'm doing here. So we got Complete Control here. And we're just gonna utilize some MPC tools to kind of get the best out of this stuff. I know you could go to the Akai website and get these, but in all honesty, I've bought a lot of different types of things. I've bought Native Instruments, you know, Akai, you name it. You name it. I've bought a lot of different brands. And this particular brand, is something that I got a hold of. So I got the content, I own the content, and I got it on a few computers. So the one at the crib definitely has it. But I think we should try something a little different, experiment a little bit over that drum track just to give it some flavor. Let's go to hybrid keys. That's interesting. Different. Hmm. Hmm. And as you can hear, these sounds definitely got some high grade stuff going with them. You know what I mean? Let me see. And as you can see, MPC3 is still in beta. So, hey, is what it is. But what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to create some chords here. So over here on the MPC screen, I'm just going to move this over a little bit. Right here. Actually, we're going to not do chords, but progression. And we want to get it in the style of... We're going to start at some neo soul. We're going to see what this patch does. Now, what this enables me to do is over here, I can basically just touch a one of these pads, and it'll call it what I want. So let's double click that and add that in there. Give it a second here. I don't know why it does this, but it takes a second to load these sounds sometimes. See? Nope, we just gotta wait for the program to respond. And if it kicks out, we'll start it again. Some of these plugins, they're pretty powerful, so there it goes. There we go. And these play series, things, these keys and stuff. But here's what the chord does. As you can hear, there's some different flavor. Let's take the octaves down a little bit to about 0. Yeah, I like that. Wait a minute. Let's get some sound there. What happened? Oh, I kicked it out. Damn. Let's redo. Let's see if this kicks back on. Don't remember exactly which one it was. Let's say it was. You know what? Since it took the sound out, I'm gonna do it with this sound. We're gonna keep it rocking. And of course, you gotta give it a sec. There it goes. Well, that might be dope. That might be better to even use anyway. So we're gonna keep that. We'll just get rid of these notes. That's how dope this is. It really. You know what? Technology is going to let you down, but you just can't let it fail your thought. You just stay locked in. Let's see what we got here. Of course, give it a second. It's loading it up. Some of these sounds are really got a lot of size to them, if you will. Yes, sir. So now the plugins up, you see it. This is the Rickenbacker bass from Scarby. Watch how nice this sounds. Same instrument, just a different feel. Let's try that bass. See, it takes a second to load, so you gotta be patient with it. Yeah, rock early, wake up vibes. D Wood, appreciate you. See if we can add something else to it. Yeah, it's okay to, you know what I'm saying, get inspiration from loops or something like that, but invest in playing some stuff sometimes too. Always practicing, trying to keep the skills sharp, learning how to do. Good morning, Sid. Alright, so now we're gonna try something different here. And we still got our progression set, so I'll try another sound to go over it. Maybe. You know what? Complete Control then pretty much did a lot of this. I don't know, I could go with something else. I could try. Let's try hybrid. Let's try hybrid this week. I haven't used hybrid in a minute. But I normally like. Oh yeah, let's go. I'm glad that the music is inspiring everybody. Like, subscribe, and share, man. It's the Custom Beat Show. Yeah. Ain't nothing like some good energy on an early Sunday. Normally I like to use the ARPs in this. For those who know what the ARPs are. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna select one, I'm gonna start playing around with it. So you see what I'm getting ready to do. Watch this. Take the time correct off. See how that plays off it? Like, dope. There it goes. And notice at the bottom of the screen on the software, it's still in beta. So that's another reason why certain things have technical difficulties with these things. So you're just working with it and just getting familiar with what's to come. There's gonna be more coming with this, so keep getting familiar with it. Oh yeah, that's in the pocket right there. It's like, that's what ARPs will do for you, though. You just put it in a vibe. Because it's running in a pattern of its own, you know what I'm saying? So it's running in a pattern of its own. So, you know, you can just really tap in and uh, create a pocket with the way that the pattern is running on it. You know what I'm saying? So ARPs kind of like running their own little sequence. And that's all using it for extra sauce. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Some random singing in there? Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. I was even thinking about adding choir in there in the back. You know what I mean? Like there's this thing in Complete, uh it's Jacob's Audience Choir. It's in the Complete suite or whatever, Contact or whatever you want to use. But yeah, you know, we'll just put it in there. We're just gonna call this the ARP. All right. I always name my tracks here. So let's go to the next one. See, I'm just adding plugins on this one. I'm not using any real samples outside of the drums that I used to create the drum track, which is way back up here. So as you can see, there's my drum pattern right there. Now I can stem this out. I can explode this and make these individual tracks, which I will do if I take it into another software. But you can also complete it right in the software here. Some random singing though, and I feel that because that's what we're going to do down here on the next track. So we're going to pick that sound. I'm going to grab that sound from Complete Control one more time. Like it's slow loading, but I don't mind that because the sound capability. This right here, this JC Audience Choir. You know what I'm saying? Jacob Collier Audience Choir. Now watch. Yeah, we're gonna load that. So see how I'm still here. that just so, but we can hide it or we can add some reverb here. Let's add some reverb in the plugin itself. You see where my mouse is down there? Yeah. Here, let's bring it up some so you can see it. All right. So where my mouse is here, there's the reverb right there. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust it. See what I'm saying? So I might only need to go in there once. So at the end of it, watch. So right here. Let that be what it is. And right here. Because we kept the progression here where it was, this is our progression right here, down here at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? It'll teach you a lot about where to put your fingers at on the keys too. My bad, y'all. I bumped the camera. Let's turn that record off. See, and then you begin to build a sequence from there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Appreciate you tapping in, y'all. You know what I mean? Good way to get the day started. Good way to get the day started. But that was just, this is how I kind of like wake up in most days. I get right to this type of work and, get into a routine of just building, not thinking too much, just building. So we're going to call that the choir. And I always make it a rule to just save the project as. I don't save. I hit save as. So there's a place that I go to, and it's right here in the directory. Yep. And we're just going to save that. Well, it's already saved. So we're going to override it just for good measure, just to make sure everything is saved there. So it's saved there now. Then I'll just immediately, before I even build into that, we'll just go to another one to see what other kind of ideas we can come up with. Matter of fact, here, we'll play some of the stuff that we've been working on. That's what we'll do. Been really kind of like getting into this certain type of flavor. Yeah, yep. So that's about 88 on the tempo, but this is kind of like where the new funk is coming from. Check it out. It started with the drums too, and the drums is like, very loose bass, you know what I mean? All right, some organ. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, just leave me your information, bro, if you can. Matter of fact, I'll follow you on here. Hold on. Yeah, D, I just followed you on YouTube. I said just subscribe to your channel. Yep, stay locked in, man. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's one of them things right there. Let's see, what else did we do? We did, oh yeah, we did this. Oh, wait a minute, cancel. Hold on 1 second. Let's open this one up first. Yep, this one. Let's put in the track mute too. We won't do that. Always working on something. Doesn't pay to do anything else. Now this one, you can see there's some audio there. So yeah, I was playing my bass guitar, which I have it sitting right next to me here. So yeah, bass guitar here, and yeah, sometimes you gotta add the organic. So let's go back here. Uh Once again, these drums were kind of like really organic. I didn't really stick to the script on the quantization on these. And I've been kind of doing that lately. But we're gonna let you hear the drums. We just build it in as we do before. Trying a different little lazy little style, neo soulish kind of. Puts it in the pocket. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What up? What up, Black Seas? Uh-huh. What up? Yeah. All right, come to bass. Check it out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Let's add something to this in real time, or just play around a little bit. It's good for practice too. That's why these key MPCs is pretty dope. My man Black Seas know he got the key 61, you know. So, because you can actually play. As a matter of fact, catch me on the 19th if you're in the city. Tickets are available right now. Next up live, be on the car with some dope artists. You see me playing, cause I don't be playing. I don't even know what we're gonna add, but we're gonna try something. We're gonna go to one of MPCs, which is plugins, which is one I like a lot. This is hype. Some dope little organs in here. Rotary. Add that in there. Yep. There's no quantization on today, Black Seas. Appreciate it, brother. Trust me, I'm taking notes, man. Different vibe right there. We'll save that. Let you check out something else that I was working on. This one right here. Save that up. And I just love the way that the software in its own way, depending on how you use it. You know what I mean? If you really get into it, it really is a beneficial complementary piece to the board. So when I'm not out and about, you know what I'm saying? When I'm out and about, I can create sound sets and all that other stuff here in the studio, and then, take that, save it onto my card on the inside here, and I'll be out, performing, or I'll just put together some sequences and things of that nature and build a show mix or whatever the case may be right on this thing, have it ready to go in here, and then I can play live over it and do all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Full access to everything on this thing. And that's why these are so, yes. Yeah, it will. Yep, it will. You're right. Man, that's a gem right there for the producers. 164th triple, swing at 70% will give you that knock too. Like put your tempo, start it like maybe a happy medium, like 80 BPMs. Put that 164th on, swing 70%, and that knock will definitely get in there. But yeah, I've been kind of like going on this kind of primo-ish technique where my first kick is like, it's definitely in quantization. The rest of it, I'm just playing organically behind it. And it definitely gave it some flavor, man. It was a nice little skill builder for the week. So that's what we've been doing pretty much this week. So a lot of these that I'm playing, well, these ones I'm playing right here are definitely, boom. We'll just play the drums again. Again, really no samples in these joints. Everything you can see is kind of slightly off. Tell that I did that on purpose to give it that lazy feel. I'm gonna add this Mark Smart 1 electric piano. something that I do like to use. So this is it. It's a mother ducker. Just put that right on the drum channel. Since I didn't explode that track yet, this will give me a feel of what it might be hitting for. The more I adjust the threshold, the more it ducks. It's funny because the duck, he be bouncing when he's ducking. That's a fun one. That's a fun one right there. It's pretty fun. And that's the key. I've just been having fun, man. Just been having fun. Here goes another one. This one I kind of like built a different way, but nonetheless still got some flavor. Now this one I took like a drum loop and then I started building from this. And sometimes you do that, sometimes you do this. So these are the drums right here, and you can see it's just a loop, but it's a funky loop. And I like doing that sometimes to get ideas going. Then I may mess around and go back in and replace that with something original to give it that same feel. But it helps me build the other instruments around, and then I can mute that out, create some other stuff. But here's how this one sounds. So I got all these great examples of drum cadences where, like C said, the quantization is turned off. And then organically playing over it. tell I'm really not following the script on that. There's just one little bass lick right here. It comes in right here. That's it. And if I was in a live situation, I could, go to an empty track and throw an organ in there and just play. Shout out to C's for the drum smack. I love it the way this duck is bouncing. He bouncing right in time with the rhythm. Have a bounce, man. That's what I've been getting into, that pocket bounce. You know what I'm saying? Just just doing that type of stuff. You know what I mean? And doing all kind of different types of things. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely this is just a whole different right here project, if you will. Yeah, add a nice East Coast bop to it. So it gives me an idea of what I can do with those drums. And sometimes you just listen to those examples and get a feel for things. But this new age stuff, man, is really nice. It just really does the trick. I think this is what I was working on when I first got on. Let me see, is this it? Yeah, that's what I was working on when I first got on today. Let's see. Oh yeah. Let's see what we got here. This is something recently that I started working on, and I do got this finished up. We could go listen to it actually. Matter of fact, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Let's jump out of this real quick. Oh, I like how Restream has updated their streaming platform. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We're gonna jump out of MPC and we're gonna just play something real quick. I think I got these still sitting in the queue here. Let's make sure we're on the right thing. Yep. Cool. Yeah. This here we go. Let's go again. Bang. Just like that. There we go. Check this one out. Yeah, that came from a record, man. Them drums came right from a record. Put some nice dynamics in there. Tyrone, what up? Definitely got to replay this one. Yeah.
Juggernaut, juggernaut,
Anyone who ever loved, anyone who ever loved, I love you.
JPEG, Q.
Anyone who ever loved, anyone who ever loved, I love you. Anyone who, anyone.
Yeah, right?
Anyone who ever loved, anyone who ever loved, I love you. Anyone who, anyone who ever loved, anyone who ever loved, I love you. Anyone who, anyone.
Yeah, well, hey, you know what? I think we're going to call it a day on that note. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Y'all have